Well, it's these I'm after. Cramp balls, King Alfred's cake. Great for fire lighting. You just put a spark on them in there where start give you a nice ember for blowing into your tinder bundle. I'm going to collect a few of these in the woods. There's a few starting to rot, and I knew I'd be pushing it, trying to get a few now, because this woods is quite damp and they don't really thrive in damp conditions. You tend not to want them to rot. As soon as they get soft, the old wood lice seem to get at them and eat them up. So I've got a few here, just trying to gather some things for when I'm teaching courses. So that'll go in my foraging pouch. I use that quite a lot, and oh, let me bring you back down here. It's been a long day already. So yeah, so just collected a few of them. It's only for teaching, and hopefully I'm going to get some blackberries and trying to look for some stinging nettles for a nettle tea. One of my favourite drinks when I'm out, and I shall take some back, build a pot hanger, and we'll show you how to do that. And might do the Mears pot hanger. Very complicated really for what it is, but if you're at a fixed camp like I've got the fire going, it's worth building one really. It's an adjustable pot hanger, so I'll probably do that. But yeah, one minute it's quite chilly in the woods here, next minute it's roasting hot. The humidity is awful, and I'm sure I'm gonna have to do a proper tick check when I get home, because the undergrowth in my woodlands here is just phenomenal. It's been quite good. A lot of ash trees that have come down and split. That's ash dieback, and but a lot of them I'm just going to leave them because they keep giving me resources like that. So I don't mind that. That's fine. So yeah, we'll crack on and we'll see what else we can find. So just enjoying a nice hot cup of coffee back at camp. Got back to camp and Sam had already started doing the Mears adjustable pot hanger. So I will let her explain how it's done and how she done it. And for her first little project, I think she done really well. I'm really impressed, and it worked really well. So we'll keep that one around our campfire, so we can just keep using it over and over again. So well done to her, and I'll let her explain how she done it. Really pleased, really pleased.
So while Fog was off foraging for cramp balls and blackberries, I decided to have a little go at a project. I've been watching YouTube videos and taught myself how to make an adjustable pot stand. So I've sourced myself a bit of hazel, coppiced down some hazel. I needed 4 pieces for the main arm, the peg, the Y stand and the beak notched section, which I can hang my cooking pot from. The Y section I've just chamfered off the top there so that banging it into the ground didn't cause that to mushroom, and used my small hatchet axe to make a point on the bottom, make it nice and stable in the ground. Same thing with the peg there, chamfered it off, bashed it into the ground, it didn't mushroom on the top. And again, I used my Mora knife on that one just to make a small point on the bottom. The main arm just goes like a small flathead screwdriver on the end with a small divot to rest the pot stand on. So this piece sits underneath here, rests in the Y section, nice and stable. And then I used my small Ben Orford knife. Say I've acquired some new tools recently, so I just wanted to try a few things out today. So I used a small Ben Orford knife to make a couple of notches in here, so it's an adjustable height. And then basically we just hang the pot onto here, and that's a nice position for close to the fire if I want to get a boil on quickly, or I can lift it up onto the other position, and you can make those positions as far apart or as close together as you like. You can have a longer stick, depends very much on the depth of your fire and how much room you've got. But yeah, I don't think that was too bad for my first project, and I've hijacked Fog's project for the day, but I'm sure he won't disagree. It'll still make a cup of tea, whoever made it.
Well, didn't Sam do well on that pot hanger? And I'm going to use the twist in the hazel, and it's the time where we can use the V-notch. So just practicing some more skills. To get this, I need to do a stop cut, but this time I want to work my knife all the way up the wood. So this is how you do put a twist in your wood. You've seen that lovely pattern that the carvers use. I'm just going to give you the very basics of how you start this. I'll put the knife in, and I'm kind of aiming up at an angle, and I start rolling the wood the length of the knife, and then I go back, I reset, I keep putting in this twisted cut or a twisted stop cut. Keep going. Can you see how I'm just rotating that wood? This is great for walking sticks, and I've done some really nice ones. So I've put this line right up through. Now if I want another one, I simply put that centre. I could get probably 2 more in here if I wanted to, but I'm only going to do 1 to keep it simple. I then keep doing that, rotate it around to the tip of my knife, keep going, all the way to the tip. Now you can see now that I've got these lines all cut. Now I need to just V-notch these out very carefully, and you don't need to have a big bushcraft knife for this. Little ones are often really good. I've got a small TK4. So these 3 knives here are my main knives that I use when I'm out in the woods. Ben Orford, that's a Ben Orford knife, and then my Falkniven TK4, lovely blade, one of my favourite knives to use, and it's in the £150 range, so it's not too bad. The others, I think that's around the £150 mark. That's pretty expensive, so you don't need very, very expensive knives. You can use a Mora for this, so we'll just use whatever we've got here. So where now I've got my lines cut, I can simply cut up to that, doing this V-notch, and I have to work this all the way around. I keep cutting, and I don't need to go deep. a lot of people make the mistake of trying to do everything at once. You're going to have to go around this 2 or 3 times. Take your time, make it neat, make it tidy. So we keep cutting different variety of knives. The difference is the Scandinavian grind will always bite into the wood better, and that's why a lot of bushcraft or even survivalists now are favouring this Scandinavian grind. It's just a great grind for woodwork. In many outdoor wilderness living skills, we use natural materials, and this grind, the Scandi grind, is probably the best you can get to use on natural materials. Now, some people would argue a convex is good, and that's good. It's more, you can chop more, but it's a lot harder to sharpen. These edges are really easy for pretty well much beginners to keep sharp. So I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to cut into the wood. I'm going to work all the way around. Just my line, what I've done. Cutting a V into there. And I'm going to sit down at the campfire in a minute and just keep doing that. And I will bring you back when I've cut what I need to cut on this. So you can see that I've started to get this wonderful spiral pattern on my wood now. Once I get to this stage, I can decide whether I'm going to put another one in there, which I might do later on. But to finish these edges off, I need to start rounding it in. I'll just use the tip of my knife for that. I'll just start rounding them edges off, and then eventually you'll get this wonderful pattern. And that's quite simply, without making the video too long, me doing a full stick, that's how you create a beautiful twist in a walking stick. Green wood isn't necessarily the best. I like green wood after it's a couple of days old. I just find it cuts better with a knife, cut fresh. It's still quite moist in it. It can be difficult to work with. I like to dry it out for a couple of days. You get a really nice sound on the knife then when you're cutting with it. So yeah, that's just one for you to practice when you're out and about. Yeah, awesome. I'm going to sit down and finish that one, I think. I'm not sure what to do with that yet. Beautiful. Job done. Well, I've just cooked a couple of these. Sticky toffee pudding. Just doing with my kettle, I can fit 2 in there, and then I just tip the water away, and then you can just take them out with your glove. So it's quite a handy bit of kit. So if you've got one of them kettles, you know, you can use it for your boiling of bags and Wayfarer. So I'm going to give this a try. I'm not a great lover of meals out of packets. I normally make my own food, but that's actually quite nice. Oh. Kettle cooked Wayfarer. It's definitely the way forward.
A whole slab of cake.
So yeah, that's our food done. just going to sit here now. I'm going to end the video. We're going to sit here and watch the campfire burn out. I've been sat here just whittling away on a stick. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. Absolute fantastic day. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. It's much appreciated. And yeah, once we kind of get to the 6,000 mark in subscribers, I'll be doing a giveaway. So hit the like, hit the thumbs up, and don't forget to go out and practice your woodland projects. It's all about dirt time, and what you got to remember is all skills are very perishable, so keep practicing them and you will get better. So from me and Mears over there, we'll see you on the next one. Say bye.
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 Well, I've been trying to teach. Oh, I can't do it like that. You tell me when you're ready, and then you press the button. Outtakes at the end, because that's not allowed.
Yeah.
No, you better not. You better not.
I'm not gonna.